Manchester is red, and so are our backgrounds, so are our shirts, including Shushmit's fantastic sweater. And well, I don't know why Shushmit is pointing towards the cleavage of Brian Mbeumo, but here we are. Manchester is red, Shushmit. Oh, how is the feeling? And I think you watched the match live, is it?
Yes, and I had a feeling that this might happen. The Carrick show, yes.
Now, I mean, the fact that Ruben Amorim got fired, of course, we discussed that in the last episode, but there was talks of multiple managers. And I remember after we ended recording the episode, you said that we should have discussed more about the who is the probable manager and all. And for some reason, we did not discuss that. So even before we get into the Manchester is red, I want your thoughts on how did Darren Fletcher do? Do you think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer should have been added, or do you feel that Carrick is the best choice?
I think right now, after watching yesterday's match live, I would say the perfect decision taken by United. And I think rightly said by Roy Keane, please just give him the contract and ask him to sign it.
No, he got signed in. It was very surprising that he got signed up as the head coach, not the manager. So that I think the owners took that entire thing very seriously. That when Amorim said, "I am just the manager, not the head coach, not the coach of United," and not so. Uh, Now, when you look at Manchester Derby, because the last Manchester Derby they did full party by Amorim. Uh, in retrospection, now how do you feel? What from a I know you keep watching United games live. I do not have the courage to do so. Uh, what do you feel went different? The mood changed, or positional accuracy, or what exactly happened?
So the team was looking much more compact. They knew how to defend, they knew how to attack. They were doing it together. It was looking like a proper collective effort of all the 11 players, which was missing during Ruben Amorim's time. It felt as if they were all over the place. They didn't have any clue, the players. But somehow, I think this goes to show that it's not just about tactics. It's about how you mention that to the players, how you implement those tactics with the players, because ultimately the players will have to perform in the pitch, which I felt Carrick, I don't know what he did in those 3 days, but he probably did something because otherwise United wouldn't have looked like prime Barcelona all of a sudden.
It's amazing. I remember still Ole Gunnar Solskjaer first game as interim manager playing against Cardiff, and they won 5-0. And I remember you had watched that game, and we were speaking over call, and you said this is the United that we love to watch. So fluid in the attacking and everything. Now I was watching the highlights. Obviously, the both the goals, the way the goals happened, it was really amazing to see. Now, Carrick, when if you recall, Carrick was still a Manchester United player until 2018 when he finally retired and joined Jose Mourinho's coaching staff. Then, once Jose got sacked, he was a part of my Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's coaching staff also. And then he had 3 games as an interim manager, 2 wins and 1 draw. Do you feel that looking back right now, well, his Middlesbrough experience was decent enough, not very good. But when you look at all these United players who turned out to be managers, Gary Neville was a flop, Wayne Rooney was a flop, and then Ole Gunnar Solskjaer still did a decent job for as long as he was there. Now Michael Carrick coming in. So obviously they have the United DNA, but do you feel that no, for the rest of the season, right now, of course, they got dumped out of the FA Cup as well. So the only thing that they have to play for is the Champions League places. So for you as a fan, when you are watching it, did you feel yesterday that Carrick was the right choice?
Yes, I somehow always felt that United needed, uh, a player who has been with United, like person who has been with around United, who knows the culture, who knows what Manchester is about, because that is very important. If you recall, the only time when we were happy when Ole was there, honestly, watching football, watching how United played, at least I enjoyed it a lot. Yes, we can talk about Cristiano Ronaldo coming in, and probably I cannot say these things because I'm a huge Ronaldo fan. But yes, you might say like certain things happened, but at least we got that enjoyment watching United play when Ole was there. And somehow they tried a lot of things. They went back to Ralph Ragnick, they went to Erik ten Hag, then they tried with Ruben Amorim, and you can only find that happiness coming when an ex-United player is there, the one who understands the club, the one who understands the culture, the one who will give everything for the club and not just showcase his skill or try to win games. Because for us, it is very important to enjoy the football. For United fans, that is something which is very important, and that is what Carrick has taught in. I feel he's calm, he's composed, he doesn't talk too much. That makes him a very special person. Yes, I we probably would have hoped for Ole, but I think if Carrick can do such things week in, week out, I feel like you just give him the contract and tell him to sign permanently.
It's also very an important part of the season as well, because I don't know about you, Shushmit, but for me, I was very, very scared because now we are playing against Manchester City. The very next week, he has an 8 day to prepare for the league leaders, Arsenal. Now, they've already defeated the team who's second in the points table in the entire Premier League. Of course, they've had their ups and downs, but now, if you look at the games that happened, Chelsea managed to win, but Arsenal were held back. Liverpool held back. I think Liverpool lost also, if I'm not wrong. I'm not sure. I have to check.
It was
And
a draw.
now Liverpool draw, so they lost points. Aston Villa dropped points, and then you have so all the top teams ahead of United, everyone dropped points. Next week, playing Arsenal. I'm not sure whether it's a home or an away game, but what are your expectations right now? The fact that he has another 8 days to prepare for the game.
I think I've got big expectations. Obviously, Arsenal would be coming prepared because we know that they are prime Stoke City now. So they know how to prepare for the matches. So you have to get ready how to compete that with the inexperienced goalkeeper we have. Obviously, we don't have the class of De Gea anymore to save us all the time. So Carrick knows that. Carrick knows that a lot of things has changed from the time he was here. But I have a feeling after watching the City game that at least whatever happens, the team is not going to just go down and say, "Come on, let's just see what can be done." It is going to be a toe-to-toe contest. It is going to be all about good football. You'll not see a defensive style. You'll not see a football where you feel like whether United will be probably might edge it, probably might stay defensive. I think Carrick, what he has done, he has stayed with Ole, he has stayed with uh, Mourinho, and he's learned probably all the good traits. That's what his one game obviously showed, that he has learned the counter-attacking which Ole wanted, and he has learned the defensive mindset which Mourinho brings. And obviously, along with that, to break into and carry all those counter-attacks. I feel these things make Carrick special, and he's got the players as well. People might judge his Middlesbrough experience, but this is altogether different level. You are at Manchester. You are having Bruno Fernandes. You are having Mbeumo. You have got Matthias Cunha. You have got such great players. You have got Bobby Mainu, who is also back. Casemiro, the form he is in. The defenders are amazing. You have got a collective team. You just need to have to channel your uh, thoughts and how you want your team to play. So I think it's going to be a great match.
Now, just this might be a little bit pushing you a bit, Shushmit, but when we look at the next set of games, we have an away game right now against Arsenal, very, very difficult. And then there are home games against Fulham and Tottenham. And then we have away games uh, against West Ham, Everton, followed by a home game versus Crystal Palace. And that's how the April, the next 2 months, as in this the end of January and the end of February, these are the games that they have to play. Do you feel that this stretch of games, Michael Carrick has come in at the potentially at the right time, and this is literally the season bender to to push for that top four and strengthen it, and then see what's going to unfold? What are your thoughts on the series, the run of games that we have right now? Mind you, they're out of the FA Cup as well as the Carabao Cup. Is that also a good thing? Your thoughts?
I think it's a perfect situation for any manager to develop the team. and to take it forward, because you don't have to do too many rotations. You know that players will not get injured too much because you are just playing one game per week. So it gives a perfect platform for him to build. Obviously, you might say that, yeah, if we go to next season, things might be different, things might be this, things might be that, but at least we as fans, we as club, we wanted to move forward. That is the main objective. You cannot just stay stagnant, because you cannot talk about the quality anymore. At least after the last match, it was evident that United have got quality players. So if they can just probably play the way they are playing, I feel top four is like achievable, very much achievable, which I think it would be a very big plus point. And having said that, if the culture is working in a right direction, I mean, it has to be given credits to Michael Carrick, because he has turned everything all of a sudden into a happy place, which somehow we all felt missing. Somehow with Ruben Amorim was there. I told you even that I don't know about the others what they were saying, but I was very happy when he was sacked, because for me results matters, and the way they play football is also matters. Even when United was winning, I was not happy. I was not satisfied with the way they were performing. So it was like the collective. It felt as if the coach is thinking in another direction, and the players are following some other principles. So they are clueless. They are not in the same page, and that is something which is very important. If you are not with the same page with the manager, then results cannot come.
27 years of Sir Alex Ferguson running the Manchester United club. We have seen legends getting built. Uh, People like Ryan Giggs and Paul Scholes literally giving their entire footballing career to Manchester United. Players like Wayne Rooney coming in from a completely different club as a child prodigy. People like Michael Carrick and Darren Fletcher standing the test of time and staying at that highest level, retiring only and only at this club. That is the Manchester United that we are talking about. Now, as the Michael Carrick reign has started, of course, it's a great time. In fact, when I woke up this morning and I checked, I didn't even had the guts to check yesterday. But today in the morning when I checked, it was crazy. And in the morning itself, I called up Susmit and we were like, this is going to be the first episode we'll record. It feels so good to be a United fan when these kind of things happen. What's going to unfold by the end of the season, we don't really know. But what we will definitely let you know is that the Amorim era is over. Good times are back at United, hopefully. And let's ensure that we get to the top four. And who knows? I mean, we'll pray for Michael Carrick to get a full-time contract as well. Thank you so much, Ashwin, for joining today's episode. I think it was a very nice one. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.